If you're a listener of From the Mouths of Madness podcast, I can only assume that you're also a diehard fan of horror movies like myself. My name is Matt Balea, and I own a company called To Die For. We make custom horror-inspired designs for shirts and much more. From original to exclusive content, we can get you whatever it is your dark heart might desire. Check us out at www.todieforshop.com. That's the number 2, die, the number 4, shop.com. Enjoy the show.
The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware.
I will say that there's one thing that Hollywood has been very, in the indie world, has been very cautious of, and it's child vampires. I mean, we really got Kristen Dunst in Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah, but she's not scary. She's just kind of like...
No, but I mean, like, they were very, like, that was our first intro into like a child vampire, and it was a female, and a big budget movie. I'll preface that with a big budget movie. But then there was also this weird, as she got older, but she was still a kid, fucking thing, man. Like, that movie doesn't age.
That's
dude.
a weird approach.
That movie didn't age well.
Yeah.
But, like, her shit with, like, those two, that did not age well. I don't know if you watched Interview with the Vampire recently, but
it's been a while.
That whole arc of it, like, everything else in the movie's great. That part, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But because, I mean, before that, we had a made-for-TV shit with Salem's Lot, which had one of the creepiest scenes with the fucking window, dude.
With the kid hanging over? Yeah.
Like, that was cool. That was evil. That was scary.
Well, you had the little drummer kid from Lost Boys.
Oh, yeah.
The little drummer outfit. I mean, we didn't see him fuck shit up, except for he fucked up a bed, you know?
He fucked up a bed.
He was like, fuck your bed. Like, and you're like,
oh, it's the Attack of Eddie Munster.
Oh, what if he did that to us? When he did it to the bed?
Exactly. Right. It was just, whatever. And then, like, what was it after? I feel like there's another one I'm missing. Oh, Let the Right One In. Both of those. I was about to say, both of those, yeah. Both of those are good. But if you noticed, like, 3 of the ones out of the 4 we mentioned were all female.
Yep.
They think, like, that creature-esque aspect.
It's almost more of just like that frustration.
Yeah.
Like, so I guess that is one. some teenage vampire or preteen teenager like, I got a fucking boner. There's nothing I can do about it. Like, all right, weirdo. You know what I mean? Like, I think the female approach, the preteen, makes it a little more tragic than like, you know, like, you know what, like a preteen vampire. Like, by your neck, and you're like, what the fuck is going down there?
Like, every time, because he never grows up.
Dude, I'm like fucking like 80 years old, actually. Like,
I'm sorry.
This boner's just going to stay for eternity.
Yeah.
I have an eternity boner.
But the plus side of that is by the time you're like 300, which I think is how old our current vampire that we're going to be talking about is, like 300 or 400 years old or something like that. Like, if it was a male, it could be just like, it's a fucking boner, get over it. Like, you wouldn't care at that point.
Or just ironic that when he, is feeding, then bringing in the blood, then...
Yeah, the blood goes the blood.
Like, you feel that? All right, I'm done.
Exactly. You don't give a fuck at that point. So, all right. Tonight on the chopping block, we're going to be talking about 2024's vampire film, Abigail. I am Lowdown.
F.U. Hunter. What's up, you ballet-biting bitches?
I fucking hate ballet.
Wow.
Dude, that was fucking great. Like, I'm sorry, I know it was in the trailer, but when he delivered it in the movie, it was just so great.
Yeah.
That was so great. Like, I loved this actor in this movie. Like,
that's
like, he was a Legion. He was he was in the Guest. It was an older horror movie. Like, it was a smaller, low budget indie horror movie.
Yeah, he's popped up.
But it was like 2012, 2013. He was
on that Downton Abbey.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know about that.
I
do know he was in Godzilla X Kong.
Okay.
And he was in, he played Beast in the live action Beauty and the Beast.
All right.
No, but he's like in tons of shit. And not everything I dig him in, but like the first time I saw that actor, and I don't remember his fucking name, was in, I believe it's called The Guest. And it came out in like 2011, 2012, 2013 era.
I know. Is that the religious one where he goes to the island? He's in that too, but that might be a different.
Yeah, I think that's a different one. No, this one's like he literally is a war veteran, if I remember correctly, and he comes to stay at someone's house, and then some
But he takes on like a New York like tone with this role, like which is kind of funny. Hey, fucking forget about it, you know, because he's a British actor. So it's like, yes, I will work on that. Yeah. Hey, forget about it.
And actually, you know, the cast is pretty fucking stacked in this film. We got to talk about that right out the gate, dude.
Man, that
we got fucking.
I can't think of his name, but he played the Blob in that movie that I don't ever like to bring up ever, the X-Men Origin Wolverine.
Why do you go to that one? He was in. How about The Strain? How about something horror adjacent? He was the main character through the entire series of The Strain.
Because what's sad enough is that some people might have seen The Strain. I could brought up Lost, all right, but why'd you bring up the Blob? Because.
The worst Wolverine movie ever.
I know, because he looked so fucking ridiculous.
The sweat stains. Oh god, he's so gross.
But that actor, fucking awesome, hilarious.
By the way, this is one of the films where you see how big that motherfucker is.
Yep.
Because a lot of the films they put him in, like he's with other larger actors, so you know they all look kind of standard size. No, he is like a fucking wall.
That and most of the roles. He's kind of that cocky, like he kind of has that smile and like, yeah, we're about to fuck your shit up.
You could have went Smoking Aces. Something fun. You went Wolverine.
I forgot.
He was in Smoking. He was the brothers.
Again, I'll say it for reference.
I know.
I know we all hated. We all did see that shitty movie, all right?
Yes.
So as a reference point, that's why I did that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Or folks, if you haven't gone out and seen it yet, I highly recommend this non-horror film, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. He played Proximus Caesar. That was him.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I saw some behind the scenes reel where he was talking about his kids, and they went and saw it, and then he would fuck with his kids at the house, and he would he went into the voice, and he would be like, "You, come here, like, and just
give me a beer,
get me beer," and I'm like, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
no, but he's been in tons of stuff, like stuff I don't like, and there's stuff that I really do like. Like he was really good in The Strain. Like, if you haven't watched that FX series, it's on Hulu. Fucking watch it.
All right.
It's a comic, dude. Mr. Comic, Mr. Horror. Hey, let's go.
Who produced that show? Was there anybody important that was connected with it?
You know, I think it was just some schlub getting his first time going. First run, yeah.
Because that's Del Toro, right? Yeah, exactly. I was pretty sure, and then you were like, "Wait a second, did I fuck that up?"
No, I was fucking with like, no, it's fucking Del Toro. So you know it's going to be like, the effect's going to be amazing.
And based on a comic.
Exactly. We have. I always fuck up his name, but
just Gus.
Gus from Breaking Bad. Gus, but also he's been in tons of other shit.
I know.
Do the Right Thing.
Esposito or whatever.
Yeah, it's like Giancarlo Esposito, I believe. I say I don't want to fuck his name up. I feel bad because he's such a great actor. He deserves respect, man. Like
I don't know. Is that worse to me going? Gus from Breaking Bad. Like
that's where everybody.
I've been in a shitload of roles, motherfucker.
But dude, majority of people first found him as Gus in Breaking Bad because that role is so iconic. Like
that actor,
he's up there in the top list of top 10 all-time bad guy villains in that movie.
Well,
from that show.
That dude has literally put his finger on the pulse of every property possible. Yeah, because
Star Wars,
Gentlemen.
He's in the Guy Ritchie property now, Gentlemen.
Yep.
He was
The Boys.
The Boys. Like, dude, he's fucking in everything.
He was in Far Cry game, like literally on the cover.
Yeah,
that dude's like, I got everything covered, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He will always go to cons.
And we've got the lead from Scream 5 and Scream 6, the older sister that she got shit canned off 7, unfortunately, which is why 7 is probably going to be a terrible movie. They had to redo everything. You got to start from scratch again.
Now, how did she get this role? I wonder. Who directed this movie?
Oh yeah, the
Radio Silence.
Radio Silence. Yeah, those people. Yeah. But no, she's great in it. And I feel like, and the blonde, she was Lisa Frankenstein. She was the main girl in Lisa Frankenstein. If those have seen that, for anybody who's seen that movie earlier,
I was gonna say Freak.
Yeah, she was in that too. Freaky.
Yeah, Freaky.
Well, the one with fucking Vince Vaughn. Yeah, it's Freaky, right?
Yeah, and she was Freaky. The recast Scott's daughter in Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Quantumania wasn't good. I'm sorry, it was meh.
But anyway, I thought she was really, really good in this.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much our main bunch. I feel like maybe I'm missing one. Oh, that fucking homeboy Doug, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Actually, you know what's sad?
What?
He died before the movie came out. That at the very end of the movie,
when
it says dedicated to.
That's him.
That was him.
Oh, now I feel like an asshole.
I know.
God damn it.
And
You should have stopped me.
As you were talking shit, I want you to get out and be like, actually, dude, you're kind of pissing on his grave right now. I mean,
I'm sorry.
but he's also supposed to be annoying.
I know.
Yeah.
And he was.
Yeah.
Very successful at that.
Good job.
Very good.
Sad loss.
Yeah, so I mean, everyone's seen the trailer. This movie was not a movie that was made to be taken seriously. It's like, let's have fucking fun.
It's very, very basic in its plot.
It's basic in its plot, you know. And the twist is kind of like, you know, of course, she's a 300 or 400-year-old vampire. Of course she's playing everybody. Like, who the fuck thinks she's, you know, like, when they found out she's a vampire, they still didn't, like, click that, like, I've been playing you.
Yeah.
Like, it took, like, a long time.
Like, wait a second. We're trapped here and she's a vampire? This seems really bad timing. Wait, why are all the doors locked? Wait a second.
Exactly. It's
Wait, why is there all these bodies in the basement? Wait a second.
Dude, that
it's
scene
like,
was fucking awesome. You know how bad that must have smelled, dude?
God.
God.
I wanted to take a shower. I wanted to stop the movie and just take a shower because she wears decaying flesh on her
because
the
it's
entire
like
movie.
Whatever liquid in there, I guarantee wasn't water. It was just like age-old decayed flesh that gelatinized.
That's old ass shit and piss.
And there was just giant chunks of just
and pus. Yeah, that's old. That's dead body pus. Yeah.
Oh God, so bad.
Fermented so bad.
It got in her mouth, dude.
I know.
It got in her mouth.
And then later, like she falls into that pool with it, and then she's out, and then it dries. So you see it all dried up. Oh, it's so fucking gross.
Do you get used to that if you're around her? Do you just get used to that smell? Because she's
No.
how do you?
I think at that point you're just scared of, you know, you're trying to stay alive. That you just ignore the smell because you're like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But I also want to stay alive.
So like the movie does do a good job at the beginning of, even though you've seen the trailer, you know what's going to happen, but without knowing that. The setup is done really well. You know, it's a quote unquote kidnapping. You get a crew together. They do a really good job of like showing that you know, the whole criminal underground. That's how crews come together. Everybody has a specific job, and they
don't know
each other,
yeah.
And they all just get hired to come together. And it's the first time they've met each other, kind of thing, right? So that was really good setup because they're all like kind of trying to fill each other out. The dude from Legion and all that, he was just a dick New York cop, dude. No, this is the one you had the New York accent too.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, it was pretty heavy.
In this.
It was pretty heavy. It was a pretty heavy accent. Yeah.
So, but they all start. There's our main chick kind of is able to kind of like read people really well. So she's like, literally after they complete the kidnapping, and she's able to like point and go, "You are this way. You are an ex-cop." She's like, and literally, informs the audience of pretty much everybody's background just by able to read them. I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, what's his face tried to do that first?
Yeah.
And he failed miserably.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the way she could read everybody, and then the cops like, and you're a junkie.
Yep.
So, hey, we're a little morphine lollipop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and initially you think that Gus is the one that's orchestrating the whole kidnapping thing. And then you find out he's not.
Well, he pretty much is like, all right, stay in there in this random ass house. Don't leave because that's part of the thing. And so they're like, oh, yeah, we'll just stay overnight. Then we make a shitload of money.
Yeah, it was like, what, $5 million a piece or some shit like that? It was
piece of cake, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And they find out, oh, wait, no, we're trapped here. We're just a feeding session.
Yeah. It's fucking. Well, like she likes to play with her food, right?
Yeah.
I like to play with my food. I got to give it to the actress who played Abigail. Again,
really good
don't know
job.
her name. She's fucking awesome.
Because
awesome.
She played off as, I'm a scared little, preteen girl. Like, what are you going to do? And then like, oh, man, y'all don't even fucking know. Like, she like makes that turn and just like, y'all fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to slowly kill the shit out of y'all.
It's not a long movie, but I feel like the pacing for what this film was just good all the way through.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do the reveal too early. They just give you enough, and like you see the main actress. What is her fucking name? I feel so bad because she literally was in Scream 6 last year.
Yeah.
I want to say Miranda something, but I might be thinking of Miranda Baccarat because they kind of look alike.
Yeah.
They look a little alike. She's fucking, yeah. She does a great job, but then she like trusts her, takes the mask off, and and she's okay. Fuck, the kid's starting to get in her head, and yeah. I will say that seeing Gus as a vampire was fucking sweet. Like the contacts and shit.
Now
was awesome.
I've heard people gripe about this. I had no problem with it, but they definitely had the approach of, almost that Fright Night kind of look. Where,
Which is why I loved it.
Like where their teeth are just so fucking like their mouth is just covered in like sharp
teeth.
fucking
Yeah,
teeth
dude.
that are coming out of their mouth. And I've heard some people complain like, oh, I don't like that look. Like, see, for me, you don't see it that often. So I like that you saw that.
You get that. Fright Night is probably like the biggest one.
That and maybe 30 Days a Night. Those are the only two where you got that.
30 Days a Night was even more animalistic, so it wasn't exactly the same.
Yeah.
But you're right. Yeah, they're definitely more because they were more curved. And like jagged.
This one's just like it's almost protruding out their mouth. Like I got so much
But no,
fucking teeth.
Very Jerry Dandridge. Good call on that.
Yeah.
And also the film kind of follows a vibe of like it's just serious enough, but it's funny.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in that vein of Fright Night.
The characters' interactions are what kind of make it so like they're all scared shitless they're gonna fucking die, but they still have these really goofy ass conversations.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's from the guys that did Ready or Not.
Yeah.
In which there's weird comedy in this movie.
That movie's hysterical.
Yeah.
As for as fucked up as it is. Ready or Not, we've done an episode on that, so you guys can go back and check that out. But goddamn, the movie's
and that
fucking
kind of
awesome.
this has kind of the same feel.
Yeah.
Of like in the middle of being chased down by this chick that's gonna kill the shit out of you. Just the interactions they have.
Yeah.
Especially big man. Big slightly dumb man.
Yeah.
I guess the best way you can put it. So
Yeah. Dude, she penned him. He was like kind of stupid, kind of fat, got older, all of a sudden grew and started working out, and then no one ever called you dumb again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I feel that. I feel that vibe. I get it, buddy.
But I like our first kill is dude man that R.I.P. passed away after the movie, but the hip hop kind of dude who goes down into the kitchen and we see his head later on because his cap got detated.
His cap got detated. That's right.
That was the first indication of like they're like, okay, somebody else is in this house.
Yeah. But they think it's this criminal mastermind.
Well, because there's a whole build up that the girl that kidnapped is the daughter of this like huge Russian like,
mafia guy. Yeah.
And he has this right hand man that like you just don't fuck with because he'll kill the shit out of you.
Yeah. And then but I love. Okay, so spoiler, fuck whatever. I love how that arc turns around to be that fucking detective.
Yeah,
that was fucking cool.
Yeah,
that was fucking cool. Like I didn't see that coming at all. So dug that.
I also appreciate so she starts getting her kills in, and then they quote capture her.
Yeah, put her in the elevator. Yeah,
and they get her like randomly like locked up in the, I guess it was like you said, like an elevator cage or whatever.
Yeah, it was the elevator to the basement. Yeah.
And she's just like, almost like, please let me out. And then she's like, I'm just fucking with you. I can get out here anytime. And she jumps at the fucking blonde, the chick from
Lisa Frankenstein. Yeah.
And bites her, but lets her go. And you're like, okay, figured she'd kill the shit out of her. No, because she wants a pet. And I like that later on, she's starting to feel funny. And then we cut to our main girl doing her doing dance moves, and the blonde chick, Lisa Frank, doing the same things.
Yeah.
And you're like,
mimicking her. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Now
that was the first really cool reveal where she turns around and you see that fucking mouth of fucking sharp teeth. It was like, oh yeah.
It started to happen where she put on a song and then you heard a whisper and then it like just, and she's just being contorted and controlled, and it's fucking awesome. I'm surprised you didn't immediately go to what was the best part about that scene was what they were dancing to. Did you not? Oh, you didn't catch what that was? You?
Now why all of a sudden am I drawing a blank? So.
Oh my God. Oh, I want to take your I'll take your punk card for that shit. It's Danzig.
Oh yeah. God damn.
Blood and Tears.
Yeah.
Off Danzig 2.
Son of a bitch.
Like, no one ever uses Danzig, but the fact they use that song, Blood and Tears, which is his like greatest Roy Orbison impression.
Yeah.
Like Roy Orbison, Jim Morrison impression kind of mixture. Like, fuck, I was like, go!
That was fucking badass.
I was like, that's fucking awesome.
I had to think back. I was like, what song was that?
Fucking Danzig, dude. Yeah. It's so good. So good. Dude,
and
we saw it a week before I did. God damn, man. Come on.
And we get our first indication of what happens with Sunlight with the puppet girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my puppet. Yeah. Explosions. Explosions.
You don't just go, ow, I'm burning. Just pop explosions. A la the heads and fucking Ready or Not.
Exactly.
Just the whole body, though.
Oh, so good. So good. Yeah, because exactly. Like, it was the whole body, which kind of equated to the multiple head explosions at the end of Ready or Not.
Yeah.
But it was just one body. Then it was the multiple explosions towards the end of this movie, Abigail, where Gus gets exploded, and then dude from Legion, we call him Legion from now on.
Yeah,
Legion.
Legion Cop. We'll call him Legion Cop.
Yeah, but he got a stake through the heart.
Yeah.
But he went all over the library.
Oh, by the end of the
All over
movie,
the library.
it's just covered in everybody's exploding blood and parts.
Yeah. The reveal of Gus being the one orchestrating the whole thing in this hidden room was kind of cool. That he never left.
It was weird though that he's like, now I want to be a vampire. Like, I don't know, that part caught me off. Well,
he did it on purpose,
right?
I mean, like they kind of show that he's playing him because he's either that or die.
Yeah, but
so technically he's dying.
He's a vampire for.
That's because he was cocky.
3 minutes, yeah.
He had the cockiness that he had as a New York detective, but as a vampire, which was not his world. Because even Abigail says,
"Well, no, I'm not talking about Legion Cop. I'm talking about Gus."
Oh, well, Gus was already a vampire.
I thought he got turned in there.
No, he was already a vampire.
Okay.
She had turned him. He was already a vampire.
Just by the time you introduce Gus to being a vampire, you're like, oh shit, and then he's like, and he's fucking dead. It's like, shit.
No. Gus was already a vampire.
I know. You just didn't get to see much of him.
No.
I wanted more Gus vampire.
It was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like he looked rad as a vampire, dude. I really liked the makeup in the context they used on him. Yeah. No, I mean that's again, this movie's not like breaking the mold for anything. It's just kind of what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Just a fun it is a different take. Like, and they show some of that in the trailer, like when she's dancing with the dead body, like, and all that shit. Like, there's cool scenes, and it's a cool take having a young ballerina vampire who's also like 400 years old.
Yeah.
And I don't know who the fuck the father was. He had a massive interest, and I don't know who the fuck the actor is. I think who did I go see that? Oh, I went and saw that with Reiser. He looked it up while the credits are rolling. He was also in Downton Abbey. And I'm like, I have no idea who the fuck he is. I don't watch that shit.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him. So
it's not shit. Don't everybody get all offended. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And I use that because it's a British show. Tea and all that. Tea and crumpets. No, but that movie could have been really bad.
Yeah.
It could have given all the good parts in the trailer and just been a shit show. But they knew how to do the cat and mouse thing. Because she could go through the vents, she all the hidden passageways in the house. Like, she knew that house inside and out. So like, it felt like a believable cat and mouse chase is, I think, what saved that movie. But also it's the writers, because Ready or Not was the same thing, right?
Exactly.
So
well, I was gonna say too, it's not like people running around the house hiding. There's, like I was saying earlier, the interaction with the characters.
Oh, they're planning attacks and shit. They're sharpening up pool cues.
Keeps it entertaining.
Yeah.
So you're not just their basic, like, everybody hiding for, trying to run away. And, like, they didn't make it so it's so intense that you're just, like, following just that. The characters are fucking around with each other. There's all kinds of elements to it.
Before they realized they made 2 attempts at trying to plan an attack on the vampire and failed miserably. And then, like, it does get serious. The characters do kind of turn on each other a little bit. Mainly Legion
Cop, yeah, he's an asshole.
He's an asshole. Yeah.
We kind of knew he was an asshole.
Yeah.
He always says, like, "Hey, I'm a fucking asshole."
He talks shit about the main character from Scream, the older sister in Scream, her son, how she lost him because she became an addict.
Yeah.
She's a veteran, and she was a medic over in Iraq and Afghanistan, and she got addicted to morphine, and then lost her kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, that's dirty, man. The fuck, dude.
And that's the way he plays.
Fucking asshole, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I was glad when he died. Although it was fun to watch him try to use some of those vampire tricks, and Abigail's like, oh, you got to be a vampire for a while to learn how to do all the cool shit.
He got cocky because
he
bites our main chick, and he's
immediately
like,
thinks she can be a puppet.
you know what? You're gonna be my fucking puppet from here on out. It's gonna be fun. You're gonna do shit you don't even want to fucking do.
Starting with killing your kid, and I'm like, you're a motherfucker, dude.
And then, nope.
Abigail's like, fuck that, because she helped Abigail. Because Abigail was so weak, because she had been drained twice, basically. Not completely, but just enough where she couldn't move. Yeah, so that's going to wrap it up for Abigail. But before we get into our final verdict on it, please go to GIPodcast.com and then go to our links tab and then click our links to TeePublic. Tons of designs, tangential stuff, episode-specific stuff. Every show under the network, has their own designs. And, you can get on shirts, stickers, magnets, notebooks, mugs.
Fucking banners.
Put
something right above that window.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tons of shit. rock. You know, if you buy any Madness merch or any of the GUI Network show merch or any GUI merch, period, you know, make sure to tag the show, the network, and all that stuff so we can repost that shit and just spread it around. We'd love to see people rocking, wearing, repping any kind of GUI merch. Thank you so much. And also hit us up at lowdownbrown.gui@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about this film. Any episode specific ideas you want, anything you want to hear us cover, we're more than down. Any episode topic for our full lengths. You know, we've got lists of stuff, but there's always new stuff that pops in my head. So that means there's tons of stuff you guys can think of that I or FU Hunter are not thinking of.
Throw it out there.
Throw it out there. And now, you know, this survived the chopping block for me in multiple fronts, just because like I said, it was what it was, and it didn't try to be anything other than what it was.
Yeah, it's not groundbreaking anyway.
No,
it's not
no.
like, dude, if you want to see a totally different take on vampires,
No.
it's right in that, but it's fun. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel. It just says, I mean, we all know she's a vampire. I mean, as you click on the posters and the trailers, it doesn't hide the fact of
Exactly.
So you already know it's about seeing all these crazy ass fucking characters, see how they're gonna die, and exploding bodies. Goddamn.
Yeah. And like I said, all the dialogue that you don't get in the trailer really helps make that movie as well. Yeah. I mean, the gore, obviously, because the gore's phenomenal. But yeah, the interactions between everybody is
and
fucking
Gus with big
hysterical.
pointy teeth. Yeah.
Oh, Gus. Oh, man. I wonder, like, it would have been cool if they had like one of them, like, you know, they if they had like brought him food when they first got to the house and it was like fried chicken.
Yeah.
That would have been all, you know, because they got to stay 24 hours. Here's some food, you know.
I would have said if they hadn't killed him early on, the hip hop guy, if he were the one to have killed Gus and stabs him and goes, bitch, that would have been.
That would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'm happy with this film. I feel like I'd own this.
Yeah.
I feel like I would own this.
Yeah.
It's just something I would like to rewatch and not just the streaming. Like, I feel like if it disappeared off the streaming and I had an inkling to want to watch it, I would be bummed if I didn't have it.
If I'm just like flipping the channel.
Well, that's definitely a good background movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely a good background movie.
I know when it comes on streaming, I'll definitely watch it again.
Exactly. So, but yeah, we recommend it. Check it out. And until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.